Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. It's Shelley Whitehead. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to also thank those people who've made this show possible, and those are our supporters. So we'd like to thank them right now with our premier supporters. They are the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, and Owatonna Public Utilities. Also, a big shout out to our primary supporters. They are Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clare Bridge, as well as Little Theater of Owatonna. And we wouldn't be here today without our interlude supporters. They include Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of the Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson Branson and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Owatonna Business Incubator, Owatonna Foundation, R&K Fitness, Snap Fitness, RK Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. Thank you to those businesses and organizations who stepped up and say, hey, we like what you're doing on the Owatonna Today Show, and they want to be a part of it. And we'd love for you to be a part of it too. So please give Leanne Alt a call at 390-5751. She'll give you all the details on how you can be a part of the Owatonna Today Show and give the community the information they need to make their lives a little bit better. Like today, we're going to be talking with Bremer Bank and giving an update about what they're doing in the community, as well as Kiwanis Club and their reading program. It's all coming up, so you're going to want to stick around. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back in the studio with the Owatonna Today Show, and I have with me Jason Eyberg. Did I say it right?
You bet.
Good. I can imagine you get all sorts of funky mail, don't you?
I do. A little bit of spelling errors every once in a while, but that's all right.
It happens, yeah. People like to make things interesting,
yes,
right? Might be bored.
Right, right.
Jason, you have been in the community for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
And you just have a new position. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, you bet. I appreciate it. You know, and I've transitioned to the bank president with Bremer here in the community, and also continue to be responsible for our development of our business banking area as well, and that's really been the result of our recent acquisition. In fact, this past weekend of Eastwood Bank, which was headquartered in Rochester, and along with that 13 locations under the Eastwood umbrella. So we're excited to have that completed, and Dave Marcoux, who was formerly our bank president here, will assume a responsibility with that transition and lead our retail and private banking areas over there.
Good.
And that created an opportunity for my leadership to be bank president here in
Well, tell us a
Owatonna.
little bit about your past. Where do you come from?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm from Windham, Minnesota originally. So I spent my years growing up there. All my family is back there still. Went to college at Waldorf College, just south of here in Forest City, and spent 10 years prior to moving to Owatonna up in the Twin Cities in banking as well. And my wife is from Stillwater originally, so Owatonna is a great fit for us.
Yeah.
We have a little 14-month-old.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it. And so being right between our families is great, and the Owatonna community is a great community to raise a family and be living. So we're enjoying it very much.
So small towns, so you're back in a small town, and I think that's one of the things that Bremer fits so well with, is the small town atmosphere. Tell me a little bit about Bremer itself and why it really does like to focus on these smaller towns.
Sure, yeah. You know, Bremer was founded in the early 40s. Our owner is the Otto Bremer Foundation, and the foundation's goal is to give back to the communities where Bremer Bank does business, and so they do that in the form of grants to nonprofits, and so the bank, being for-profit, pays dividends to the foundation, and then they will go back to the communities Bremer is in. And it's a really unique ownership structure, and one it's great to be a part of as an employee, and one that really, you know, the goal of the foundation really carries over to the bank, and that's really supporting the communities we do business in, and really being true. It's a important to us to be a community bank and to be seen and heard and participating in the community, and so that's something that we really focus on.
I was going to ask you about that with you, because when your boss is a foundation that's all about giving, I would imagine that you see that actually come through to your employees and then their personal lives. Do you see that where your employees are really giving back in the community? Because most of them are from this area.
Correct.
I mean, there are some that come in like you do, but a large proportion of them are from this area.
Yep. In fact, all of our employees are, for the most part, from Owatonna in the area, and they are committed to giving back as well. United Way has been a big fundraising efforts that we've had here at the bank within our team, and as have many of the nonprofits. And what's really cool is to see the nonprofits that have benefited from the foundation's giving, and and to be, we've participated in many of those nonprofits where we can help. Habitat for Humanity is another one. We had a team do help with the build this summer, and so that's always fun. And so one piece of it is, of course, always the giving, but there's also that participating in and really helping make a difference as well. With our activities.
I've heard that sometimes people would rather write a check than give their time, because it's easier to write that check than it is to take the time to do that. So I think it's great that your bank is really stepping up and saying, hey, let's do something together. And would you say that it brings you together closer as a team of coworkers?
Sure, absolutely. It's always fun when you can be together outside of your workplace, and no matter what work environment you're in, and really build strong bonds and team bonding and friendships, and we really enjoy that.
Well, it's been amazing to us as from our perspective, because from before even the doors opened, the foundation has been investing in the Owatonna community, and so you had a number of an amount.
I guess since we've been to come to Owatonna, the foundation has contributed almost $2 million to nonprofits here locally, and that's important. And the bank itself, I was really appreciative of the way that we really built the bank from the ground up when we moved to Owatonna, because I was here for about a year. Myself and Dave Marcoux were here for about a year prior to having a bank building, and just laying the footprint and really getting to shake hands and meet people and the business community, and get to learn what this community was all about, and really introduce ourselves, knowing that it's hard work to go out and really earn everyone's trust, and really tell people about who you are first, and build relationships that way. And it's been a fun ride so far.
And so when you bank with Bremer, you're actually investing in your community.
You are, and that's really one of the mottos, is that you are investing in the community, and the foundation is giving back to the communities that Bremer's in that way. So.
And you mentioned that there were some new grant recipients recently.
Yeah, the most recent round, it's exciting. Big Brothers Big Sisters was they're a return recipient of a foundation grant, so that's exciting. The Free Clinic of Steele County was a new recipient. And then Habitat for Humanity was also, I believe, the second time that they have been a recipient of a foundation grant.
Good. And so if someone has an organization that they'd like to talk to the Bremer Foundation about, how do they do that?
The foundation has their own website. They can go out to ottobremerfoundation.org, and they can learn about the foundation and grant requests and the process.
And that's the best way to start. Is there someone on site at the facility who can maybe answer some questions as well?
I'm always happy to visit with people, and one thing the foundation really does is try to separate themselves, because they really want to in fact, they have their own set of employees and program officers that really get to know the community, get to understand the foundations, or the nonprofits, and what their goals and missions are, and what their needs are really, and then they really work with them through the grant process.
So on top of the fact that Bremer does give so much back to the community through the foundation, what are some other reasons why people should consider banking with Bremer?
I appreciate that. We're a full service bank, and so really we can offer any service that an individual is looking for. We of course offer business and ag lending and banking. We offer our mortgage lending. We offer insurance and investment products. So really it's a full service bank. One of the tools that I like about Bremer is being, we are in 3 states, a little just under 100 locations, so the organization itself is larger, but as a bank, we really focus on the community aspect of it and the community banking piece, and that's done really through local decision making, local management of our bank, and really owning the business, as though it's ours. And so, we've got great team members in place in each of those areas that are committed to the community. They're committed to what they do, and really being educational about products and services that we offer, and enjoy working
So
in those areas.
the best thing to do is just to come on in and talk to someone about what options they might have with whatever their financial situation might be.
It is, yeah. We've got a full team waiting to meet individuals. We've grown every year since we've been here, so we're thankful
That's a
for
good
that.
thing.
But we're certainly open for business, and always looking for new business, and focusing on continuing to manage the clients that are part of Bremer Bank-Owatonna already, and so I would say we have a great team in place that are eager to meet the individuals in the community and help them out with whatever their financial needs may be.
Having taken over this responsibility of running the bank as well as the business portion of that,
Yep.
what are some goals you have for the bank and for its impact on the community?
Sure. Yeah. Really, it's obviously continued growth. Any good business model is focused on
glad you said
growth.
that. You would have been worried probably if you didn't say that.
For sure. And but really, it's also about continuing to be a good citizen of the community, a good member of our chamber, and a member of our community as a bank and as a business, and to really make Bremer the preferred choice as a bank, and for whatever the financial need may be of our clients, and really to know that we're here to help them, and not to feel, sometimes money in banking can be a challenging topic for people,
some people it can be, yeah.
We're happy to answer questions and just be help, and really be like I said, a preferred choice for anyone, whether it's business or ag, or an individual just looking to borrow money to buy a home, or do an addition to their home, or buy a car.
There's so much information out on in the web. We have access to so many things. I know one thing that I'm curious about is that we may be getting new kind of credit cards, and I was wondering where Bremer was on that with the chip technology instead of the stripe technology.
Yeah, we do have the Apple Pay
Okay.
piece component, so you certainly, those that are looking for advanced technology, you can get that at Bremer, and you can do that in a variety of ways, whether it be the touch, the Apple Touch, and or our online banking, with being able to really access your accounts remotely through your
Makes your
mobile
life so
phone, and
convenient,
it does. It's fun.
Yeah, high level
So,
security still
yep.
too. Good.
But we have individuals that, for those that don't like the technology piece, we're here to help you out
You can
in
still
the
write
bank.
checks.
In
You
the
can still
bank as
write
well.
checks,
So,
yes. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's been fun.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Eyberg.
And I'm Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. In studio, I have Michael Tobin and Jerry Ganfield. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time coming out, talking about a very important topic. Before we start that, though, gentlemen, I would love for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and what you do in real life.
My name is Michael Tobin, and I'm retired.
You're still getting used to that a little?
Yeah. And then for a hobby, I coach the American Legion Junior Shooting Sports Program, so it's a pellet shooting league.
Okay, Jerry?
Jerry Ganfield, and I'm also retired, although my schedule doesn't look like it, as I do volunteer for a number of organizations within the community.
Okay, so people see you running around doing all sorts of things.
Yes.
Well, gentlemen, we want to talk today a little bit about the Kiwanis Club. And so, Michael, if you don't mind, we'll start with you. I want you to tell me a little bit about the service organization.
Sure. Kiwanis is an international organization that's dedicated to volunteers that are improving the community, one child, one community at a time. And our club got started in 1990 from the Golden K, which is another organization in town that meets Tuesday mornings. And the Golden K helped us get started in 1990. Jerry was a founding member, Ross Brown is another one, and they're currently in the club right now.
Okay.
So we've transitioned from bicycle safety to different projects, and this current one is Read Around the World program, which was started in 2004, and it's dedicated to children, and it's got 6 celebrity readers, and each child will get a free book and a free cookie and a light snack.
And you mentioned to me a little bit earlier that the children that you're focusing on are 0 to 5, that your club specifically focuses on that.
Yeah, they're a very hard group to communicate with because they're not in the school system yet. They're not in kindergarten yet. And that's our key, that's our goal, is to reach them. When they're born, when a child is born, the brain is 1 pound. And by the time they're age 3, it's either going to be a 2-pounder or a 3-pounder brain. So that's the challenge, and that's where we're trying to step up into the plate. And why we have Tim Penny, Southern Minnesota Initiative Fund. He's going to support this idea of preschool readiness, and so we want to help the parents and grandparents, if they have, or siblings, and reach out to them to build up the vocabulary so that they can have a good, fast start in kindergarten.
Well, it's so interesting because I think that, you know, I would say 10, 20 years ago, kindergarten readiness was the big thing, and now we even understand that it's even before that, that we need to start working with these kids, not just letting them play, but just give them an opportunity to learn like they want to.
Right.
They're geared towards that. And so, Jerry, one of the things that we have going is this great event, you Read Around the World. How many years has Kiwanis been doing this program?
I think we've been doing it since 2006.
Okay.
So we have had it at the library the last few years, but previously we've had it at Cabela's in their rooms out there. But Kiwanis International as an organization does focus on that younger child. Our international projects have been putting iodine in salt to eliminate goiter and things that affect the young brain. Also right now we have Eliminate, which is to eliminate tetanus, because quite often that invades a child at birth. So that's our international fundraiser, and we are in about 83 countries. And because we are worldwide, we call it Read Around the World, because
that's
we
what I was going to
focus
ask
on
about
the skills,
that. Yeah. Okay.
on the skills of the young reader, and trying to get parents to understand the value of books in the home, of reading to the child, so that they become conversant in their vocabulary, and they build their vocabulary.
So how does reading do that? What is the process of reading to a child? How does that help them get a better, because it seems so inactive being read to. How does that help them create a bigger vocabulary?
Word recognition. You will find that children, if they're read to, they may not be able to read, but they can look at the book and they will read it because they know the sound, they know the story. So it just reinforces it from a very early age and helps build that brain. And I do work as a volunteer in the schools, and I can see what the difference is between reading to a child and then have them read. They pick up on those cues as to what those words, how they're pronounced and what they mean.
So by reading to these preschool children, do you feel it gives them a true head start when they do go to school for that recognition?
Yes, I do. And many children do not get read to at home. And we try to encourage that because that gets them ready for the skills they need for school. And there are students who say, well, I don't want to read.
Yeah.
It's not important. And so at a Read Around the World event, we have people within the community who are in certain roles who explain to them how reading has been important in their careers.
So it's just not necessarily reading a book, but how reading has made them who they are today.
Not only for enjoyment, but if they need it for instruction manuals, how do you operate something, how do you become a policeman, how do you become a politician, how do you read bills, so reading is important, and you just can't say, well, I don't care to read.
Yeah.
You have to read if you want to advance and be the best you can be.
Michael, when is this event taking place?
It's Saturday morning, it's February 7th. Starts at 10 o'clock and goes till about 11:30, and free refreshments are provided, and each child gets a free book.
And what are the age ranges? I just want to make sure we verify that.
Yeah, well, it's they're board books, simple little board books that kids can chew on if they want to. And then we have here's a.
It says ages 3 to 7.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah.
And that has a CD in it.
So maybe a little more advanced than the chewers.
And here's Spider-Man has a CD in it, and here's a volume of books. Look at the volume of pages here.
I was trying to have him give that to me. This is the quality of books that'll be given away at that event, and these are not just inexpensive little books. You've actually really invested a lot of time and money in something like this.
You betcha.
Yeah. Why though? Why take the time to give them quality books?
Well, we want them to feel like they're getting new books at the library, because the library has so many used books. But our readers this year are Sue Brown, which is a local children's author, brand new author. So she doesn't have any of her books with us at the event. And then Lindsay Neubauer is the Owatonna High School Key Club president. And then Tim Penny, Southern Minnesota Initiative Fund, Mark Sebring, which is the Owatonna board chairman. So is it important to read? I mean, it's got the top people in the community right here.
Yeah.
And Darla Lager, who is the children's librarian, and I would say that she reads with enthusiasm.
Oh, but that's probably one of the reasons. Jerry, he mentioned the Key Club, Lindsay Neubauer, who's the president of that. You work with the Key Club. What is that?
It's a service club for high school students. We sponsored it some years ago. Right now, Lindsay is president, and they meet at 7:40 Mondays and Tuesdays. The students will go to one or the other, but the presidents are there, the officers are there every day, and they have about 90 students, and they are a service organization like we are, and so they raise funds, but they also help in preparing meals for certain facilities in town, volunteering, busing at our Italian night they do. They help us with our peanut sales in the fall, but they help many organizations within the community.
When you mentioned that this is actually a student-led organization, while they might have a teacher who's just there, but they're actually the ones who are moving this organization
Yes, they
forward.
conduct the meetings. Jennifer Herr is the school advisor, but it's she's there, but it's pretty much the students plan their activities and how they spend their funds, and when they help us with our fundraisers, we donate 10% of what's raised to their club so that they have some funds to help with their needs and their support of community efforts.
Well, it sounds like you're also creating a leadership level with them too, giving them an opportunity to be leaders in their community and in their own school.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and the club has grown dramatically in the last 2 years, and we appreciate that, and we hope that our club grows too, because we need people as well.
And I was going to ask if someone's interested in working with the Kiwanis, how would they go about doing that?
It would be by contacting our members. Our officer, our president this year is Dean Kirshner of Kirshner Siding and Windows. He can be contacted at their office or on the screen. I think he has his number. We have a post office box, 153. We do have a website, but it's the international site and as well as our district site, because we are part of Minnesota, South Dakota, and North Dakota as a regional.
Good, so check those
Kiwanis.
things out, because obviously you're making an impact on our community and on the future of the community too, not just today, but for the future. So I want to thank you for that and for your time. And thanks for coming in today, appreciate it.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. We'll be right back, please stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you. In mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And it's time for a quick look at your community service announcements. The Steele County Humane Society Volunteer Expo is this Saturday from 11 to 2 at Spare Time Entertainment. There are going to be opportunities for you to visit and learn about the Steele County Humane Society volunteer opportunities and fundraisers in 2015. There will be raffle prizes with the proceeds going to the Steele County Humane Society, as well as burger baskets. They're $7 and part of the funds do go to them. As if you want more information about this great event, you can contact the Society at 507-451-4512. And the Steele County Historical Society is pleased to welcome the American Showcase. That's today. It's going to be at the Winger Room of the History Center. There are 3 performers, Bethany Larson, Ben Kyle, and Brandon Sampson. It all begins at 6:30 with cash, beer, and wine bar available. The music itself begins at 7:30 in the History Center Winger Room, and tickets are required. You can get them ahead of time at the History Center or at the door. Cost is $20 for non-members and $15 for Historical Society members. And the local Owatonna in Support of Alzheimer's group has a limited number of scholarships available for individuals wishing to attend the Meeting of the Minds Dementia Conference in 2015. The conference is Saturday, March 14th from 7:45 to 4:30 at the River Center in St. Paul. Conference brochures are available at the Senior Place in Owatonna. To be considered for a conference scholarship from the Owatonna in Support of Alzheimer's, please contact Deb Gillard by February 3rd. Her number is 507-676-0411. And NAMI is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, has a connection, which is a recovery support group for adults with mental illness, regardless of the diagnosis. All are led by peers and trained individuals who understand the challenges that are faced. NAMI connection groups offer a flexible and casual environment. They are Tuesdays at 6:30 at the Owatonna Hospital, room 1408. Thanks so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. We'll be back next week when we talk about the Eagles Cancer Auction, as well as we're going to be talking about Girl Scout cookie time. Oh, 'tis the season. So we'll see you then. Have a great weekend.